Welcome, everybody. It's Booker 2020. We're here with Kieran of KDBooks.
You know it. You know
I'm
it.
Zimm of Zimm Reads, and we are going to get down and dirty with the Booker 2020 shortlist predictions. In your original video, you indicated, I'll shave my beard. You said, I will get 60%. I will guess better than the internet. So those are two.
Okay.
So we have to choose one.
So I gotta get 4 of the 6.
No, you have to get more.
That's over 60%.
I know. I say scrap the 60% nonsense.
Okay.
And you have to score better than the internet because this is
Okay,
Booker
let's do it.
Boy versus the internet. So
Let's do it.
you have to get as much or more guesses correct. Kieran of KDBooks and the internet.
Yep.
Who guesses the most correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so your beard comes off even if you guess 60%, but the internet guesses, the data guesses more. So if
Do it.
if you guess 4 and we guess 4, it's a wash. You keep your beard.
I'll do a mustache.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's a tie, you'll do a
How
mustache.
do you make sense that? Yeah, I'll do a mustache. It's a draw.
If you win, the internet.
Hold on to my dignity.
Yeah, you hold on to your dignity and you keep the title of the Booker.
Why do I say I do a mustache? Look awful in a mustache. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
If you lose, your beard comes off. So screw 60%. 60% is neither here nor there. Do we have that agreement?
Let's do that.
Okay, so what I have.
Why do I say I do a mustache? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm a man of my word. Is it time?
It's time. Do you know your 6?
Time. I got 5, and I'm gonna hash one out as we speak. I'll leave that one till last. I got 5, and I'm really torn about 2. I'm really torn.
This is gold material here. The torn moment. Okay, let's start with the obvious.
Yeah.
Top choice of the internet. Number 1.
Mirror of the Light. Yeah.
Mirror in the Light.
That.
23% concluded.
Yeah.
The Mirror in the Light. All right.
I'm not surprised.
What's your top choice?
Yeah. Well, Mirror in the Light.
Okay, the Mirror in the Light.
It has to be.
So right now we've got the same prediction. Both of us, number 1 pick, the Mirror in the Light. Let me
write these down so I'm ready on the day.
Good idea.
This is what I'll be said. Okay, the Mirror and the Light.
The Mirror and the Light.
My second one.
Okay, give us your second one before I give you our second one.
Bird Sugar. I don't think anyone's surprised by me saying that at all, let's be honest.
Number 2.
Absolute beauty of a book.
Number 2 for the internet is. Oh, wait. Number 2 for the internet is Burnt Sugar. Let it be known.
Bird Sugar.
Yes, we had a 19.7% vote for
quite a lot. Like nearly 1/5 of the people. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
People love burnt sugar.
Oh, so the next 4 really scattered, I assume then. Nearly 50% of the people are choosing. Okay.
So, yeah, right now we're looking at 43% of the votes have been accommodated for, which if you're watching at home, we have 100 plus submissions, unique submissions, which constitutes 600 plus votes.
How is this even happening? But yeah, let's do it.
So number 3, you want me to reveal our number 3 first?
Yeah, go on.
Then you need.
Let's take it a turn.
But wait. You've got to write down your number 3. I don't want you to be influenced by our data.
I got the information here.
Do you have your number?
Got it written down.
Do you have it written down?
3.
You have your number 3.
Got my number 3.
Okay, I'm trusting you, Karen. Our number 3.
I'll never be swayed.
Our number 3 with 91 votes, 17.3% is the wonderful Shuggie Bain.
Okay.
What's your number 3?
I'm going to put it for the record. Shuggie Bain is not on my list. I don't think he's going to make it.
No.
It's a good story. I know a lot of people like it because it's a good story.
It's a damn good story.
Right. I think it will end there.
You think it will
end there?
The
I
success
think it'll
of
end
Shuggie
there.
Bain. Okay, this is where we verge. This is the two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and I took the one Douglas Stuart traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Oh, okay.
What's your number 3?
Who They Was, Gabriel Krauze.
Ooh, Who They Was. Okay, people, that's where we diverge. The Mirror in the Light, Burnt Sugar. The internet says Shuggie Bain. Kieran of KDBooks says Who They Was by Gabriel Krauze. Okay. Very good.
I thought it was great. But I know most people haven't got around to this because of its late publication.
Yes.
It was only like last week in the UK.
Right.
So I would be surprised if the internet has chosen it in the top 6. Just based on the fact that people won't have got it. I assume it might be lower on the list.
Yes.
But I think we got a voice here that is requiring itself to be heard.
Wow. Well, this is where you benefit in the fact that the judges are the same judges. They're not like waiting to see the response. They likely already have something chosen.
Yeah.
They already know the short list. And Who They Was impressed them enough to make the long list. So they're not swayed by the masses, it seems.
No, I don't think so. Maybe like some of it.
Yes.
I think we're going to talk about this later on. I think we know where this conversation is going to go. But
towards
we'll save it till the end.
Last year's debacle.
end.
I'll note there is only a 5-vote variance between Shuggie Bain and Burnt Sugar in the data.
Really?
So Shuggie Bain got 91, Burnt Sugar got 104. So
Avni Doshi.
Indeed.
Okay.
But the Mirror and the Light got 121, so significantly more.
Okay.
So number 4, it's your turn to reveal first. I have our number 4. You reveal your number 4.
Number 4, I'm gonna go for the book with the most nematodes, Real Life by Brandon Taylor.
Okay.
I really, really like Brandon Taylor's novel, and I think you could do this with most of the books. They kind of come in pairs. It seems. And I think if you're going to compare such a fun age in real life, I mean,
real life. I haven't.
Don't come to the knife party unarmed. Brandon Taylor's going to win every time. So I'm going to put Real Life by Brandon Taylor.
Very well. Our number 4. Let me rephrase that. I'm a mere representative. These are not my decisions. I'm a mere representative of the internet, the World Wide Web, the interweb.
The face of the internet, some may argue.
Yeah, some have argued and been correct to assume I am the face of the internet web.
Can I guess?
Sure.
What number 4 would be?
Sure.
I think it's going to be How Much of These Hills is Gold. It's quite popular.
Guess.
I think it's there.
Guess the vote number.
Like 83 or something like that. Shut up.
You are correct that it is How Much of These Hills is Gold.
Yes.
That is our number 4 pick. The count is 88 votes. So for a long time, and I can probably figure out how to visualize this, but for a long time, How Much of These Hills Was Gold was number 3, and Shuggie Bain
It's just
surpassed it only in the last couple days.
interesting.
Shuggie Bain, 91 votes. How Much of These Hills Is Gold, 88 votes. So it's still a 3-point variance, but variance nonetheless.
Okay. How Much of These Hills Is Gold? Not on my shortlist.
Wow.
No.
I am surprised.
The first part is so boring that I had to take her off because I was like, I'm just not enjoying this at all. So I based it on I've read 50 pages. So just to kind of give you a little bit of credit. So
No,
I might turn around.
But that
if it turns up, I'm not going to be surprised if it did turn up.
You're right. You won't be surprised. You'll just be shaving your beard.
Exactly. But I don't know. I don't think. Yeah. No.
It makes me very interested because you don't think Shuggie Bain will make it. You don't think How Much of These Hills Is Gold will make it. I'm very interested to see the rest of your shortlist. I think it's our turn to reveal number 5.
Okay.
Number 5.
I guess again. I kind of want to guess. I feel as though I'm going for this. 5.
Yes, you can guess. You can guess. I'll tell you the vote count. So remember, How Much of These Hills Is Gold received 88 votes. Coming in at 13.1% with 69 votes. Our 5th choice for the shortlist is
The Shadow King.
Is that your final answer?
I think that's my final answer.
Real Life by Brandon Taylor.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I could choose the ones that I've already chosen.
In-
Yeah, okay.
So Real Life is on our list as well. So
Okay.
the variance really comes with Shuggie Bain and How Much of These Hills Is Gold. You have 2 spots to fill that will surprise them.
Okay.
So what's your 5th choice?
What do you think the 5th choice is?
Ladies and gentlemen, Kieran of KDBooks is wrestling over his last 2 choices. I think his 5th choice. So here's what I think is going on. I think you know that if you were a judge, this would be on your list. But I think that you are concerned with the acclaim and the reception of the people, and that is This Mournable Body.
Well done. Well done. Yeah, that is number 5. I've got the 5. This Mournable Body. I love it.
I'm excited to read it.
And I think, and this kind of goes to the detriment of where I'm scratching my head for the next one, is with Tsitsi Dangarembga being arrested, with the protests in Harare, what's going on at the moment, and how this book is like for the people of Harare. I mean, like if you're looking for an own voices author, why aren't you reading Dangarembga?
Wow.
Like if people are like, we want own voices,
yeah,
and you're not reading Tsitsi Dangarembga's trilogy, then I don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honestly, I've never heard of Tsitsi Dangarembga. I've heard of Nervous Conditions, the first book.
I've never heard of any of it.
I'm so glad I've read all of them.
I watched her interview. I watched an interview, and she is just delightful.
Go ahead. Great.
Go ahead.
Really great. I was going to say, but the reason why I'm in an RN, I'm putting that down, is I feel, I said it in my review, you need to know the 2 other books for this one to make sense.
Yeah.
It's not a standalone. And I know some people like it has to be a standalone. Don't know if I agree with that, but
yeah, it's hard. It's hard. If I may, it's interesting. First, it's interesting that 2 third parts are on the long list.
Yeah.
The Mirror and the Light and Tsitsi Dangarembga. So it could be, there has been some whispers of the judges already know they want the mirror and the light. They've set this up for Hilary and Mantel to take it. And in one way, this mournable body would only support their conclusion in that, see, we have another sequel on the list as well. And see, sequels can be...
I don't agree with this. Agree with this because if they wanted to, they would have put on J.M. could say as the death of Jesus because he's 2 times Booker winner.
Yeah.
And his complete trilogy.
But maybe that was too obvious. Maybe they were in tune with the fact that would feel too orchestrated. Too
equally, scripted. I will say, though, if Mantel wins, I love Mirror of the Light is the best of the 3.
I remember watching
deserves to be on there.
Of it and you were saying then this will win the fiction prize.
But for reading the long list, I think the judges have chosen some absolute top tier books. Like top tier. I might not personally like them all.
12 of the 13.
All of the
12 of the 13.
Yeah. If Such a Fun Age makes it to the shortlist.
I'm done after my first season. I'm done.
I will. If it makes it to the shortlist, I will do my next review in my boxers because no one wants to see that as much as I don't want to see it on the shortlist. I will do a topless review, which would be of how much of these hills are gold. Have fun. I'll put them out. But you can have that as a little extra. If it reaches the shortlist, that's how confident I am. I will do my next one in my boxes alone.
Look, I would be cautious because you don't know. The fact that it's on the long list indicates a level of unpredictability.
Let's not be silly. Let's not be silly now. Let's not waste time.
I'll be so sad.
Such a Fun Age is on the shortlist, and Brandon Taylor isn't. I will wash my hands for Booker. I'll probably not follow.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Booker boy himself will relinquish the crown to Kiley Reid. And Kiley Reid herself will start a channel called Kiley Reads. And she will review romantic comedies.
I don't want to. It can't.
If it does, it really is, to me, it really would be an insult to, this is just my opinion, and some people might feel it's mean, but it's not accessible literature. I said to someone that, accessible, there is a place for accessible literature. I love the Newbery winning books. These are books for 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
I have wept in multiple Newbery books. I've reread multiple Newbery books, and they are profound, and they're accessible. They're very easy to read, but they are so special, and they're distinguished. And Such a Fun Age couldn't compete with these books for 13-year-olds. It would be an insult.
People aren't going to be remembering. I'll say people aren't going to remember this book in 2 years' time.
No.
It's a very now book. It was published at the right time. The
right time. It was published early enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, this is what this moment needs. It was, no one else has written anything about this in contemporary literature.
And I think this is why Brandon Taylor's book is far superior, because even though similar topics are brought up, Taylor's writing feels timeless.
Okay, this leads us to number 6. Number 6. Mother.
I haven't got it.
Effing.
I haven't got it.
But it's your turn to reveal first.
I don't. This is literally going to be live because I got 2 question marks. Okay, so I've not read either of the 2. I haven't read them.
Wait. Let me guess what you're teetering on. You're for sure a Paragon is in there.
Yeah, that's the one I'm really.
But you're also teetering on. Let me look at the list. I know. I think I know.
Go for it.
I think you're teetering on a Paragon in the New Wilderness.
Now we've had dystopian. It's 11 Other Thought Experiments.
Oh, okay. I was teetering on those two. I've heard good things about Love and Other Thought Experiments.
I feel it's very, very love it or hate it.
Interesting.
Very, very love it or hate it.
Interesting.
Which Booker books generally tend to be. There's quite a lot that people are like, it was awful, and other people are like, this was great. That's just the way the colors fall. So this, but I know nothing about it, which is what, I know like a little bit about it, but it seems bookery. It seems like experimental enough to get up. And I think it's probably more. I think it is probably the most experimental out of all of the books. I've had a Paragon. Let's say it here first. I've not heard a bad word said about the book. I've heard a lot of things said about the author.
Right.
But the book is meant to be like astonishing, like breathtaking. Now, this is also weird because people like pull it on the internet. It's not own voices. Now, the two main characters, I keep saying this, so I need like people to listen to me, are based on two dads who are real and are on the book tour with Colin McCann.
Interesting.
And have signed it off saying like, this is our story, this is our voice. So in regards to own voices, a Paragon ticks the box. It ticks the box. And I know a few people have said, well, why don't the dads get together and write their own book? And I'm like, well, because Colin McCann's like a very acclaimed writer.
Right.
Clearly knows what he's doing. So maybe leave the guy with the craft to do the crafting.
Yes.
So there's that side of it. And then you get the allegations.
The allegations to me are significant enough.
Muddy the water.
Muddy the water.
Me,
yeah.
Because but if he has done what he has, then he absolutely deserves to be vilified. Absolutely deserves people not wanting to buy his books. What muddies the waters, though, is that this is an own voices book. So to criticize Colin McCann and discredit his name, you are equally discrediting two people who have lost two daughters in Palestine story as well. You're overshadowing them because of Twitter and what has been said. And there's no easy answer to this. This is where I'm struggling with a Paragon, because it's not an easy answer. But equally, I don't feel book prizes should be politicized.
Right.
I don't think they should be. They really should be only considering the book.
Right.
I feel as though what you've done, it's hard. It's hard.
It becomes very challenging to, if humans are the judges, separate the knowledge. And then to me, there's three ways it can go. There's the one way of, we don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
We don't want to deal with what this would mean for us to move this book along.
Yeah.
With allegations existing, which I do think that my stance is that not that just because allegations exist, a man is guilty, but allegations must be taken so seriously, and
Yeah.
so utmost seriously. But then the second tier is, we know all press is good press, even bad press. Like Trump, like
How many
shows
people are
that.
talking about a paragon?
Right.
Like, I could put, well, I did like a live stream about real life. The paragon came up. I did a live stream on Burn Sugar, and a paragon came up.
Interesting.
I've done, when I first started, I was like, I'm interested in the Booker. The long list was announced. People messaged me like, a paragon.
Yeah.
But everyone who's read it, and I've searched comments, there's a lot of people who read it.
Right.
Early in the year before all this came out.
Right.
And everyone's like, it's like the best book.
Yeah. There's so much critical acclaim. So that's the third way it goes. I mean, the first way it goes is we don't want to mess with this. The second way it goes is we do want to mess with this because this by nature will bring more people to Booker, even though it's terrible. But
Yeah.
and that's the less, I don't think that these judges or any judges of a prize like this would be that nefarious, but to capitalize on this crazy thing. But then the third thing is we're judging the book based completely
Based on the book.
on its literature. And that's what
And
we
I,
all want.
and I wish I read the book to make
Right.
this decision a little bit easier for me.
Right,
Because if I was like, you know what, this is the best book I've ever read. It's about these two, like, these two fathers, one Jewish, one Muslim, how they've like connected over this. This is where, like, and equally like Colin McCann. Like I don't know anything about the guy. He's just like this name. So it's not even like I have like anything to go off. I don't know if he's
I have nothing.
I don't know if he's like a good guy. I don't know if he's a bad guy. I don't know if he's just like a little bit reclusive. Have I done my research on Colin McCann? No,
No,
I haven't.
Either.
But I don't know where it's gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on the long list.
Okay,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that your choice? Is that your choice?
Sorry, I'll shoot that Shortlist. I can't see it because I have to consider last year's controversy. I don't think Booker will.
They want to stay. They want to stay out of the. They don't want.
They had a big bust up as well before the prize was announced as well with one of the honorary members. And they didn't handle it that well.
They don't want that to perpetuate.
Number 6, Love Another Thought Experiment.
You heard it here first, people. A Paragon is off the shelf for KDBooks. Kieran of KDBooks is betting his beard on the fact that these judges don't want another controversy on their on the Booker Prize history. They don't want another controversy. Colin McCann, unfortunate series of events. Number 6 for the internet.
If it's a Paragon, I'm gonna lose
for
it.
The internet is apparently.
Is it a Paragon?
Apparently, is this Mournable Body.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's recap here. I'm going to share my screen so people can see the list from the internet. We've got The Mirror and the Light. Can you see my screen?
I can, yeah.
The Mirror and the Light, then Burnt Sugar, Mirror and Light with 124, Burnt Sugar with 104, Shuggie Bain with 91, How Much of These Hills is Gold with 88, Real Life with 69, and This Mournable Body with 54. And
that surprises me, This Mournable Body.
It surprises me too, and it speaks to your point about influence. It speaks to my point. No, really, this is the point it speaks to, Kieran. My point that you can successfully start your own ashram if you ever wanted to.
That's crazy. Can I have a look? Sorry, let's see. Let's see who didn't make it, or who was close, or if it was
Yes,
even close.
let's look at the data here. I'll have
Let's have a look. I saw Redhead on the side of the road, and
yes. So the last
no one's surprised. No one's
is
surprised.
Redhead in Such a Fun Age. I'm surprised that Such a Fun Age came on top. But here we go with 11 Other Thought Experiments is just trailing this Mournable Body.
Hey, okay.
So not even a Paragon isn't even there. I mean, a Paragon's not, what is that, 5 away. So it's not terrible.
It's really close.
Who They Was, 46. So
I think that would be higher. I think that would be.
That's your number 3, right?
Because people haven't got it yet.
Right. That makes sense. And then the Shadow King, which my great first review of Booker Prize assured you that the Shadow King would make the short list, and here we are. We'll see what happens.
So interesting. This is so cool.
The New Wilderness is here, and Such a Fun Age, and Redhead by the Side of the Road. One other noteworthy data point is 67% of participants were part of the book club, and 33%. I mean, we're looking at a third.
That's good.
A third were non-book club participants. So that's interesting. I'd like to have the breakdown of like, what were the top 6 for the non-book club alone?
Yeah.
And I'll bring that to us for the short list, before the winners announced, when we did this for the short list.
Yeah.
I'll have that for the short list, but I don't have it today.
I think I'm glad I'm not a million miles off.
There's enough distinction.
Really, there's just 4. There's 2 books difference.
It's a 2-book difference.
Really, the internet's hope is for Shuggie, Bain, and How Much of These Hills Are Gold, and I'm hoping for Love and Others and Love and Other Thought Experiments and Who They Was.
Yeah.
I feel positive.
Here's what's really going to happen. There's going to be a curveball. It's going to be a joint winner between Such a Fun Age.
Oh, don't you goddamn even.
Joint winner between Such a Fun Age and a Paragon. And it's just going to be the most controversial Booker Prize yet.
I've been having nightmares. But I haven't been having nightmares about shaving my beard because I'm going to be correct.
Here's what we all know.
We both take our glasses off.
Here's what we all know. We all know Shuggie Bain's going to be on the list.
It's not. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good story. Like if he won, I wouldn't be upset.
I wouldn't
there's a lot of these books. I think there's a lot of these books. If they were to win, I really wouldn't be too upset about.
I wouldn't be upset. I'd be upset if Such a Fun Age won.
I will cry.
I wouldn't be upset if Shuggie Bain won. I'd just be surprised because it's just so obvious. It's just so here's you're dealing with content that is already very impactful. It's already so you're kind of have, in a way, it can feel like you have an upper hand there because the content is so obviously impactful and so obviously has such a destructive dynamic around it. And so there's so much human element there, in my view. When you're dealing with something like Burnt Sugar, that is less I
don't think there's anything like Burnt Sugar out there.
Right. But when you talk about Alzheimer's or dementia or something like that, that's not been written about much. It hasn't been explored much.
But I think that's the beauty of Burnt Sugar. It's not really about that.
Right.
It's not. It's kind of like the.
What is it about, Kieran? Because I thought it was going to be about that. I wanted it to be about that.
It's about memory. It's about memory and motherhood.
Is it?
Yeah. I said in my review, I could speak about motherhood for 30 minutes on that book. But it's just a beast. The novel is so, again, it's not tightly written, it's just taut. There's just so much going on. and there's a lot of like self-referencing, and there's a lot of like they unpick each other at these moments. But then
Interesting.
it's like mirror the light. I think this is why like the whole series is done well, because if you haven't read it and you try to pitch it, the only thing you'd be like, it's about Thomas Cromwell and it's about
Right.
the Tudors.
Right.
That's like the hook that she hands you on.
Right.
But when you read it, it's about power and corruption. I'm happy with those. I'm happy with those choices. And the same with the internet. I think I like this quite similar.
It's quite similar, and then it digresses or it diverges enough to make this interesting.
I'll be doing live reaction, and I will be shaving my beard there and then on the day. But it won't happen, so it's fine.
Well,
I think we should. I'm looking forward to this.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be great. Okay, internet, you know what we're doing. There's no need to go vote anymore. The votes are in. The shortlist predictions have been cast. Any last words?
Make sure that you always brush your teeth twice a day.
You heard it here, guys.
There we go, guys.
Brush your frickin' teeth. Okay, so here's what we got to do. For a short list, we're going to have a bunch of data. We're going to have a bunch of reviews.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have another Booker Boy versus the internet.